Welcome back to the National School Games 2014 highlight show, giving you a recap of some of the defining moments that made this year's Games such a rousing success.
Our students have put on some jaw-dropping displays on their way to the podium, and these are our picks of what we reckon to be the best moves from the Games. No one will deny that gymnastics is a challenging sport, both mentally and physically. It stretches limits and pushes athletes beyond their personal bests. Combining technical perfection, personal expression and beauty in the floor exercises is Raffles Girls School's Cheryl Lamb. Her mastery of the nuances in the mood, tempo and direction of her routine shows off her exceptional technique, and she clinches the top spot. Another demanding sport on show at the Games this year is Wushu. It may be a challenging sport to master, but the desire to display a perfect routine is the only thing that matters to these student athletes. The Chongqing High School team blisters as a whole, as every member embodies strength, flexibility and agility. With perfectly executed moves displaying technical abilities, the boys received the highest score of the day. Sepak takraw has been referred by many as volleyball on speed mode. Players have to combine outstanding agility with stupefying skills and footwork to truly conquer the game. In a close match this season, CCS displays a brilliant sunback spike in an attempt to narrow the gap. But CCK demonstrates exceptional ball control, excellent teamwork and intricate skills to bring home the title. Looking at the gravity-defying stunts of the previous sports, you may think that Taekwondo is an easier sport compared to the rest. Well, think again, as Taekwondo requires a high level of mental discipline, courage and determination to face off your opponents. In this match, even though Edgefield Secondary's Sheikh Abdullah displays speed and agility, it's Springfield Secondary School's Purvat Nikita with his powerful and accurate kicks, which are perfectly timed, that win him the match. In team sports, volleyball can be considered as one of the more intense sports. It requires high levels of team spirit, speed, power and endurance. The team who yearns for the title win not only has to perfect their saves, spikes, digs and blocks, they also have to work together as a team to support each other. Mark, if there's one thing that you've gotten out of this year's National School Games, it has to be that you've become one of Singapore's most all-rounder sportsmen.
That's right, Kelly. During this series, I got to meet with many coaches and players who are authorities in their own right. And I learnt a trick or two from some of them. Here are my best moments from my journey.
Okay, Mark. Today, you're going to learn how to pass the volleyball. So there are three aspects that you need to take note of. Number one is your ready position. Number two, formation of your platform. And number three, where do you contact the ball? So for the ready position, we have our legs shoulder width apart, toes and knees point in. The second formation of platform, we need to get our shoulders high. So if you're a right-hander, you have your right hand below and your left hand on top. And we close up. And we point down to ensure that your platform is firm before you contact the ball.
There's two things, or a couple of things I look for in analyzing running gait. The first, and I guess the most important thing, would be an under the hip foot strike. Okay, so what that means is as your leg comes up, all right, the foot strike is the point at which the foot hits the ground, and I like to see the foot strike under the hip. The other thing I look for is a high heel lift. Before you swing your leg through, right, if you pick up the heel slightly, right, it just increases the swing through of the knee. So it just allows your knee to swing through a little bit higher, and from here you just get able to get a bit more power into the foot strike. All right.
Now I teach you how to do a proper net play at the front court well, which is important in competitive games. First of all, you need to take note is your reach. When you go forward, when you contact the shuttle, make sure you take it at the highest point. This is the reach part. So now I'll give a demonstration of the net play.
Okay.
And you take a look.
Sure.
Now it'll be your turn to do it.
Okay.
As a defender, we need to have a strong body position when you get into contact. So we usually start in a quite low position. Always have your eyes on the attacking player. The best position to look at is their hip because that's where most of the movements start.
Okay.
As an attacker coming to approach you, you need to move up to close down the space. By closing down the space, they got lesser time to make a decision. So approach them as much as you can. Have your shoulder into contact, hand around him, and the best if you can keep driving yourself forward and just bring him down. And that will be a tackle that you perform.
Fist off the hands starting in front, fingers closed. When we pull the hands, go in like towards your chest and then pull towards the back and straighten it.
Okay.
Okay? Second step is to lift the elbows up to the sky, go closer, a little bit closer, and then put it forward. Yeah, nice one.
Think you've had enough action from the National School Games 2014? Well, think again. There's still lots more heart-stopping action from the Games coming right up after the break.